How was being in the Jersey Shore, because this season was filmed differently, obviously, with the pandemic going on in quarantine. How was filming like for you?
You know what? Everybody took amazing precautions. We were tested numerous times a week. We were very lucky. Filming in the pandemic was not as rough for the Jersey girls because we film a lot outside. We have homes. Our crew was very safe. We were one of the franchises that were very blessed that none of us got COVID. So it wasn't as bad as it was for everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's good because
we're very lucky.
Yeah, it is nice watching.
Great to see.
And watching it's nice because, of course, a bunch of reality shows have come back, and it's hard to kind of give the same fun, light, enjoyable content for the viewer when there is clearly heavy things also going on. So it's like everyone did a really good job of being like, this still feels like the Jersey Housewives in a normal year, where it's not like this is the Jersey Housewives in a pandemic year. It's like, no, you guys are still having fun. You're still doing your thing. Everybody's still screaming at the table and getting intense. What did you think of Jen kind of throwing your story about you and your boss kind of back in your face? Like when, Jen was very drunk at the party and it became a conversation, and she sort of threw that back at you when you had shared that with the other women in confidence in like an intimate moment.
Yeah, I think it was a very vulnerable moment.
Yeah.
I think it was a different time. I think that's a very horrible thing to do to somebody. Also, it's victim shaming, slut shaming. And it was, and she compares it to a moment of her 40-year-old self that was a self-induced drunken moment. So that really upset me, irked me. It's not women empowerment. And that's why women don't come forward about sexual harassment and sexual victimization in the workplace. So I think it was a very poor choice of her doing something like that. And it was very disappointing, but am I shocked? No.
Yeah. It's hard because that is exactly what I think most women's fear is, right? Is to share that story and then to have other people be like, oh, so you tried to sleep your way to the top? Like that's
that, and then she proceeded, as I saw, to say that I slept my way to the top.
Yeah, that's terrible, because I feel like the way that you explained it to the woman is like a power dynamic thing. You're put into that situation and it's your boss, and it's a shame that she, to your face almost, or probably when you were talking about it, acted like, she understood what you were saying and what you were going through, but it almost feels like
and then the
behind your
said
back
else.
And is saying something else, and then throws it right in your face when there's a heat of the moment little argument.
Yeah, that's, I don't take anybody's vulnerable moment and use it against them or weaponize it against them, but that's just the type of person I am. Listen, did I throw a nasty dig at her afterwards? Absolutely. But it was it came from a different place, and I just feel it's not very nice, empowering, and that's why women don't come forward for people like that.
Yeah. Where are you guys at now? Did she apologize for that, or are you guys still in this?
You know what? You guys will have to watch the rest of the episode. If anybody's seen Twitter, for some reason she's doubling down. So.
Oh, good.
Oh, goodness. And see, this is the thing. Twitter gets everybody in trouble. Yeah. Twitter gets everybody in trouble.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, go for it.
No, I try and live tweet the episodes, but for some reason, my social nuances or my humor gets lost on metaphors and analogies don't land well on Jersey.
Yeah, the analogies have never landed well, but and it's hard on Twitter as well. You're a limited amount of characters, and you can't say as much, I feel like, but it definitely does stir everything up.
I'm looking at the tweets right now.
Yeah.
Jen tweeted, and this was on March 31st, and you're slutty and everyone knows it. Don't start none, won't be none. Wow.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Then you wrote, this is what a victim shaming looks like, and women stay silent. We can all say nasty things about the episode, but this is an all-time low, especially with this current climate. At Bravo TV, I'm ashamed.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
wild.
Yeah, that is a wild tweet, I feel like, from her.
That is a wild tweet.
Yeah.
Listen, I commented when she said I slept my way to the top. I said I might be at the top, but you only slept your way to Paramus.
I think if a shot comes at you, and this is how I live my life, which may be wrong, but if someone takes a dirty shot at you, it's kind of like
also there is
they always say eye for an eye is not it makes the whole world blind. But
there's humor in that response. Like I grew up in New Jersey, so I know like I know what you're talking about, and I understood it's like it was a shot at you, and you kind of came back with a shot, but with a laugh. Like that is when you say like, oh, she slept her way to the top. There's not really anything funny about that. There's no joke there.
There's no joke. And she said that on the episode, I slept my way to the top. So I said, at least I'm on the top. You slept your way to Paramus. Meaning like I would have made my fucking way to Park Avenue. Excuse my language.
No, it's okay.
We talk like this on the show all the time. It's okay.
I would have made my way, I would have slept my way to Park Avenue. But it's like meaning you haven't come as far in life. It's not like it's the most prestigious address in New Jersey. I wasn't saying she was like nothing remotely like that. But I mean, sometimes the metaphor is missed.
Yes, and you didn't take a personal story of hers that she shared with the group, and it was a hard time in her life, and throw it back at her, which is what your situation was.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's my point. And I would never do that to anybody. People, it's not. I would do that.
Yeah. Well, from watching the episodes too, I think we've seen a lot of these moments in seasons past of, Joe Gorga, Teresa moments, their family dynamic. How, as someone who is there and is sitting at the table and is watching this all go down, what is going through your mind in these times when Joe Gorga is punching the table and screaming about their family? Like it must be incredibly uncomfortable to be there in those moments.
I think Teresa was in shock herself. I mean, she didn't say one word. And Joe's emotions were so heightened. I think no one was like, we don't want to go back here. This isn't like where we ever want to go back. And I was like, we were all freaked out. I think he was so upset. And I think Melissa, to see her husband so upset, that's when the cheese plate flipped and everybody was having an attack because he was just really hurt. I think he was just very, very hurt. But that, like, as before years ago, it wouldn't blow over so quickly. That blew over very quickly. So we're grateful for that. Right.
It does seem like they have gotten a lot better at like, let's kiss and make up. Like it's these moments. And you see, like, it was laughing watching Melissa like take these cubes of cheese and putting them like back on the platter, trying to clean up trying to clean up the situation.